Okay, so today we are going to review area of composite figures. Now, what is a composite figure? Because some of us may have forgotten, and that's okay. So a composite figure is a shape or figure that is made up of many figures. As you can see here, this shape below is made up of one box and two boxes. For the purpose of discussion, these are going to be shape 1 and shape 2. Now, this is the question that we are going to be working with. It says, Miss Jones is buying new carpet to cover her basement floor. She is confused because she only knows how to find the area of a rectangle. Her basement floor is not a rectangle. The drawing below represents Miss Jones's basement. Help her determine the total area of her basement. Now, as you can see, I took the liberty to already partition my shape. And I partition my shape because it allows me to break my big shape up into smaller boxes so that it's easier to find the area. Because we know the area to be area equals length times width. So in order to do that, we need a box that has a length and a width. Now, here's the same shape again, and it is already partitioned. Now, step 1. I'm going to find the area of box 2 first because it already had my 2 dimensions to it. It already had my length and it had my width. I have my length in color red and I have my width in the color blue. Now, I know that I am going to simply put the formula first, which is area, which is A, equals length times width. Then I'm going to take and multiply 10 feet by 4 feet in order to find the total area of this first box. Now, 10 times 4, we are all very smart, so we know that 10 times 4 is 40 feet. And notice there's a squared after it, and that is because we are multiplying feet by feet. So that means we have feet squared. Now, we are going to move on to this first box, and this is where it becomes a little interesting and a little tricky. So what we are going to do is we can start our formula the same exact way. Area equals length times width. That is never going to change. Now, what will change though is the fact that this number 9 right here only covers the length of the starting point right here to this first green dot. Now, that does not cover our full side right here. So we need to find the length of this black line where I partitioned. So, I notice that this black line and this line over here start and end at the same point. That's why I have these green dots here to show you that they are all starting and stopping at the same point, which means that this line is the same length as this line. So then we can assume that this line would be the same exact length as this line. So the 4 feet is going to be the same for over here. Now, that means to find the total length, we are going to have to add 9 feet plus 4 feet. And I've already done that over here. 9 feet plus 4 feet equals 13 feet. Now, I highlighted this in blue because this is our new length that corresponds with our width of 8 feet in order to find the total area of the first box. So, over here in my formula, I am going to write A equals 8 feet times 13 feet. I have already done the math. Now, I've already done the math, so I have found out that 8 times 13 is equal to 104 feet squared. Notice I put the squared in both answers. Now, this is all nice and good, but this only tells us the area of box 1 and box 2. The question asked for the total area of Miss Jones' basement. So we're going to figure that out by adding both of the areas together. So that would mean that the total area is equal to 104 feet plus 40 feet. So that means the total area, I'm going to shorten it to TA, is equal to 144 feet squared. Now, so when she's going to buy carpet, Miss Jones needs to make sure that she orders 144 feet squared worth of carpet so that it can cover her entire basement.